Good morning, students. In today's class, we are going to see about looping structures. Looping structures are nothing but it's a block of statement, that is some certain statements which are repeatedly executed in our C program. Certain number of times it can be executed, because if any programs will be wrong or any false, the statement will be automatically terminated. So these are the some conditions for looping structures. Any loop should have initialization of variable, that is variable declaration should be given in there, and then the text the control statements. So control statements or condition statements should be given, and then we have to execute the loop. For example, we can increment or decrement the loop, and we have to updating the condition. So these are very important to for any loop structures. So some of the loop structures are while, do while, and for loop. So first one is while loop. So the while loop is a repetitive control structure. So while loop is used for any process of repetitions, and it can terminate when the conditions will be false. The while loop can use the sentence or any conditions to terminate our programs. Example for while loop is while condition body of the loop, and we have to terminate our condition loop. Example, I have given a part of an example. While I less than or equal to 10, that is the I value should be in 0 to 9. Okay, and then we have to open our parenthesis set bracket, and then we have to sum is equal to sum plus I. For example, if I declare sum is equal to 0, means the value will be 0. Automatically it starts with 0, and 0 plus I. So the value will be looped to this statements, and this statement will be true. So the condition will be automatically comes to the next statement, and next statement will be I plus plus. Here our value of I is already in 1, so we have to increment the value. So the value will be automatically as 2, and then we have to check our condition. So in this time I value will be 2, so automatically the statement will be true, and then we have to automatically terminate it and loop these statements. Once the value becomes I is equal to 11, then the statement will be automatically terminated. So while loop is used for this content. And then next one is do while statement. So do while statement we have to use the make a test condition before the loop statement is executed. Also it also has to repeat the statements until it becomes false. So the syntax of the do while is do, we have to open the set bracket and body of the loop, and then here the difference between while and do while means in while statement the while will be in the starting of our condition. Here the do will be the starting of our condition. In the last we have our while conditions. So here is the example for that. So do, and then here compare these two statements. Here we can use the while statement in the last of the loop. Okay, so first we have to do our calculations or any arithmetic operations. So sum, as I said, sum value will be initialized as 0. So 0 plus I value will be, we can take it as 1. So 0 plus 1 will be 1, and we have to increment the value. So 1 plus 1 will be 2, and we have to check our value. So the answer will be 2 less than or equal to 10. So automatically the statement will be true. So we have to get our loop. So here the process will be repetitively happens until the value of this while conditions will be false. Next we see about for loop condition. The last one is here. This is also the repetitive control structure. It also repeat the sentence until the condition becomes false. So here the for loop statement will have some different syntax. For example, it has some assignment, and then incrementation and decrementation, and also it contains the condition. So let's see about the syntax. So for loop which starts with the keyword for, and then it has 3 parts followed by semicolons. First one is initialization, that is we have to initialize our variable, and then second one is condition, so we have to give our conditions, and the last one is increment or decrement. So increment or decrement is nothing but we have to add or we have to subtract the variables or the contents or values, etc. So next one, we have to open the set bracket and then body of the loop, and then we have to terminate the for statement. So for for statement, it is essential that we have to open the set bracket and also we have to terminate the set brackets. So here I have given just a simple example. So for the keyword will be given, and then we have to declare our initialization, that is if I use the variable I means, so the starting will be either 0 or 1. So I is equal to 1, and then we have to cut short it with our semicolon, and then we have to give our condition. As I said here, we have to give our conditions. So I less than or equal to 10. So the statement, the condition has to, we have to repeat the loop until the condition should be false, and then we can, since we have initialized the value as 1, we can increment the value of I as plus 1 plus 1, we can until we can do that. So we have to start our set parenthesis. So we can assume the value as sum value as 0 and sum plus I. So the actually we have known that our I value is 1. So we have declared our sum is equal to 0 means, so automatically 0 plus 1, the value will be value will be 1, and it will be stored in the variable sum. So the declaration automatically, the loop will be check our for statement. Then the value, first it will check the conditions, then it will automatically get the value as 1 plus 1. So the value automatically changes into 2. So repeatedly this statement will be processed. It will get terminated until our I value is either it has to equal the 10 or it can be higher than 10. That is means the value will be 11. In next class we can see about different subject. Thank you.